Well, hello everyone. Thank you for stopping by to my channel today. So, in this video, we are going to make another batch of homemade paper clay, and this will be the bottom part of the big pumpkin head, Jack, Pumpkin King, whatever you want to call him, that is going to be new for our front yard this year. You might have seen the first little bit of that in a previous video, but he is completely solid, but he just needs his bottom layer of paper clay done. So anyway, I thought instead of mixing it up without you guys, I thought I would show you how I make it. Now, there are several paper clay recipes on YouTube. My favorite, or my go-to one, is from Kathy LeBeau. You can find her YouTube page at Hunt on the Hill, or you could just search Kathy LeBeau. But anyway, this is her recipe. So we're going to start out with a gallon of hot water. And excuse the messy, cluttered garage here. So that's 1 gallon of hot water. We're also going to use a 5-pound bag of flour. Cheapest flour you can find is fine. And it does call for 5 pounds of this for your gallon of hot water. And then you're going to do a 1.5 cups of school glue. Elmer school glue. I think I've got about a cup in here, but it should be fine. And then I'm going to do 3 big scoops of this Dried-X joint compound. So that is the first little mixture there. So I'm going to get all of these in the bucket and get it mixed up, and then the final thing will be our fiber here. I'm not sure what it's really used for. Maybe insulation or something like that, I think. I don't know, but it's I'll show you real quick what it looks like. And this has lasted me probably 3 years, and I've not even went through half of it yet. So anyway, this is what we are using. So anyway, I will get this first little batch of ingredients mixed up, and I'll be right back. Alright, so you just want to make sure you get all of that mixed up really good. Make sure all the clumps are out of it. Now, as you can see, this is making a huge mess, but we're okay where we're at. But you know, you can be the judge of where you guys mix this up at. I could have done it outside, but the sun was out beating down really hard, so it was a little bit cooler in here. Now there's other things you can add to this. Some people put I think it's called liquid starch, maybe. It's in the laundry aisle and cleaning aisle. But anyway, you can put that in here in the mixture as well. Also, you could put like a splash of Mr. Clean or Gain or something if you wanted to give it a little bit of a smell. It really doesn't bother me at all. And this mixture comes out perfectly without it, so that's totally up to you. Like I said, you can check out other recipes on YouTube. So now I'm going to slowly put in the paper fiber, and then there's no really exact measurement for that. I just kind of keep putting in a little and mixing it, because it's going to be really hard on your drill if you get too much at one time. But I just do a couple handfuls at a time, and it's really up to you how thick you want your paper clay. And I like it pretty thick, but anyway, the consistency is really totally up to you. but you don't want it real runny. So anyway, I'm going to slowly add the paper pulp in there, and I'll be right back with you guys. Alright, so this is about 8 handfuls of the paper pulp, and you can see how thick it's getting. So now I'm going to add just a few more, and we'll see what the consistency is. Okay, so it does take quite a bit of the paper pulp. This is what it's called here. I guess I could have shown you all the bag. Green fiber, blown in fiber insulation. You can get this at Lowe's or Home Depot. I believe it's not expensive. I believe it was under $20 for sure. But yeah, that is what I'm using. Like I said, it does take quite a bit to thicken your mixture up here, but I've had this for going on 3 years, and I think I'm just now getting to the halfway point of the bag. So I'm going to mix this last little round of stuff up, and then we will start paper claying the bottom of our pumpkin jack. Well, you guys, my drill battery died, and it is going to take a while for that battery to charge back up. So that's the only thing. If you've got 2 batteries, good for you. I need to get another one. But so instead of showing you how I put paper clay on the rest of my pumpkin jack head, I'm gonna take you around the garden for a little while. So thought we'd start out right here at the Bathsheba climbing rose from David Austin. These were planted this spring, and they are doing exactly what I want them to do. I want them to grow through the picket fence here. I will be pulling out the morning glories soon. They're still putting on quite a few flowers, but if you're not careful, like right here, this has gone to seed already, and you will have hundreds of these next year if you just let all these seeds drop. And a lot of times morning glories, they are beautiful, but they're also very invasive. So anyway, just kind of be careful or cautious where you plant them. This salvia has been cut back a month or two ago, and you can see that it is fleshing back out with new blooms. So here we are, it's almost the end of August. So this is how the garden looks at this time, in between, you know, your fall interest. So I'm still working on that late summer and fall interest in the garden. Let's see what is going on now. Japanese anemone, giving us a little color there. This basil, this is dark opal basil for that burgundy foliage, and it is very aromatic. Smells really good. But I grow it for that dark purple foliage in the garden, which I really like. I think it's a nice low light with your low lights in the garden. Another low light here, I like to call it anyway, is the perilla. And then your highlight could be this right here. This is lamb's ear. My lamb's ear has struggled a little bit this summer. I don't know what the deal was, but I did have a big clump here, which was part of this guy, and I don't know if it was I guess it got too much moisture, and again, the leaves are kind of big, so it takes a little longer for this variety to dry back out. So anyway, if you guys have this, you probably struggle with the same problem. Cherry brandy rudbeckia. This was started from seed back in probably February. But I think it looks really good with the lamb's ear, and this is definitely fall interest. I think this is an oh so easy rose, which is rebudding and giving me some more color. Late in the season, Autumn Joy, sedum. And this, anytime now, will be turning that nice pink and then into rusty pink. The flowers on this hydrangea standard, which is that's what it's called when it's in a tree form, is giving that nice rusty pink color for fall. We still have the black-eyed Susans still in bloom. So, boy, has this garden bed here, especially this area, it's really taken a beating this year. You'll remember the big tree we had right here beside the fence. That come down this year, but a lot of the big, heavy branches had to go somewhere, so they pretty much all dropped right here on this flower bed. You might remember this miscanthus grass, the variegated. It was a huge, gorgeous clump this year, and of course the big limbs had pretty much breaking it down completely. Oh well, it'll be beautiful next year. It always is. Zinnia's here, starting to get that little bit of mildew this time of year. But zinnias this time of year will give you color as well. Still haven't got around to getting some mulch to continue the black mulch over here, but in time. This is the bluebeard shrub. I don't know the exact botanical name for it. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's not really coming out as vivid on this camera, but it does have little puffs of blue flowers. It is now its time to bloom. Of course, your limelights will still give you some interest late in the summer. There's the pumpkin head we'll be working on. Gotta do the bottom half. There are Merle and Emmylou. They got in trouble this weekend. They somehow escaped in that corner over there. Emmylou got a little trapped, so that was fun getting them out. Here I am showing you guys my ugly over here. But anyway, they did get under there and get trapped, so like I said, that was not fun. Trying to get them out. Let's see, I don't want to make this too long. Not much going on this time of year. I do want to show you the autumn clematis, sweet autumn clematis. This will be covered in these white blooms. And this is very fragrant too. And this clematis will only bloom, late summer, early autumn. I wish you guys could smell it. Yeah, very nice. Joe Pye has passed its prime. So all of this area, like I said in probably a few videos ago, this will all be reworked and redone. Next year, the goal is to have a fish tank pond over here. I'm gonna put it probably right in here. Of course, you'll have landscape around it, and then through the middle here, I want like a pathway, sidewalk, done with pavers. And it'll lead you to this back corner, which I'm going to put a bench or something like that. But all of this will be re-landscaped. I'm going to add arborvitaes in the center of each fence panel. So it'll probably come out to like here, or yeah, there. And I'll be planting all white blooming flowers, so I guess you could say this will be my future moon garden. So anyway, and we'll have our white here too. So if I put in, sorry I'm smashing a mosquito, if I put in a path leading to that corner, I'm not sure if I'm going to leave this grass path or just bring the flower bed here on out. But anyway, that is all next year. Super Tunias or Super Bells, I think. The white. Still giving me a little bit of color, late season. Coleus is still looking awesome. Some people don't like the seed heads, but, or the flowers, rather. But I think it adds more interest to it. We got some hostas here. I forget the variety, but they are blooming. There's more of them over there. I love this section right here with the green hostas and more of the Coleus. I think this is, I know this one's rainbow something, obviously, but I can't remember what this variety is. But I will totally be upping my Coleus game this spring, and I will be ordering a lot more seeds this year, I think. So anyway, that is how the backyard is looking at the end of August. Now let's go check out the front. Might stop right here, check out the balsams. So you can see that the balsams now have gone to seed. They've had their time and bloomed. But I wanted to show you what I was talking about, the seed heads, how they just kind of, you pinch them. Get in focus there. I don't think it's going to focus. But anyway, you pinch them and all the seeds fall out. But they kind of twist. Anyway, this was a flower that my grandma gave me starts of when I was just starting to garden as a kid. And she would always have these, because we would, us grandkids would go through and pop all of them, and all the seeds would go everywhere. Another morning glory. This is really taken over here, which that's fine. That's what I wanted it to do. It's nice. I'm just gonna be pulling them out very soon before they drop a bunch of seeds. Still got zinnias. Here is one of the pumpkins, the Gerardale pumpkins. I went ahead and harvested it because, if you might recall, the lady that owns this house kind of rudely come over and told us that her property goes to the edge of our driveway, which I've never heard of that before, but anyway, apparently it does. So we had to move our raised beds here. So anyway, I went ahead and picked those. Hopefully they are, you know, ripe enough to pick. Gerardale pumpkin variety. These are the decorative pumpkins, of course. So I definitely will be getting more of those. I think I've had better success with those than the regular pumpkins. And the seed I got from Baker's Creek. Miss Raven here, enjoying her chair. You might see that I got the fountain up and running again. It needed a new pump, but hopefully we will get some cooler weather and the sun won't be evaporating the water out of this guy so quickly. That's what happened to the first little pump. The water evaporated out of this metal tin quickly, quicker than I thought. So anyway, the old motor burnt up a little bit. So we had to get that replaced. It makes me feel a lot better now that it's running. But anyway, little pop of Black-Eyed Susan. Some garbage in there. I need to get that. My grandma just gave me this little wash tub. It goes pretty good with our rustic decor. I don't know if I'm going to keep it there or put it somewhere else, but I thought it would be cute with maybe some of those little miniature pumpkins kind of stacked in there and some gourds. I don't know. Here is the gorgeous Bobo hydrangea. Beautiful pink color there this time of year, and this guy was bright white blooms in the early summer. One of my favorite varieties is the Bobo hydrangea. David Austin getting some growth there. Still need to get a trellis for it. Crepe myrtle, holding on to some color, but we're getting towards the end of its prime. Of course, we had some heavy rain back to back on this thing, and it just flopped it over. But anyway, it was gorgeous while it lasted. Still have some color. Limelight hydrangeas are looking a little rough. I don't know why, but this planter here with the Super Tunias bounced back okay, but this one did not. So I don't know what the deal with that was, but again, it's that time of year. Everything's starting to slow down. It got really hot really fast this year. But anyway, the roses are just now starting to put on their second show. These are the knockouts. Marigolds had plenty of time to do their thing. I got these planted a little late this summer, you might recall. But anyway, they had no problem catching up. Blue Victoria Salvia, still giving me nice blue color. New bloom this week is the asters. Asters are starting to come into bloom, giving me a nice pop of purple. Perfect for fall. Dahlias are still blooming. Bishop of Oxford Dahlia. And this is Edgar. Love this variety of marigold. It's got more red in it. This is Sophia Marigold. And if you keep deadheading it, it will promote new blooms. So before long, actually I could start now, probably in a new video coming, I will be starting my seed harvest. So I'm going to be doing that soon, and I have a fun little project that you could do over the winter, and you could also give them as gifts. I'll kind of explain myself in the video a little bit more what I'm talking about, but basically you're going to do artwork on a envelope or some kind of package, and then I thought it would be fun to just give people seeds for Christmas. Not that that's the only thing I want to do, but it would be fun to hand those out for people interested. So that's a little project coming up in the future. So we've got marigold seeds to harvest, Victoria Blue Salvia seeds to harvest. Let's see, zinnias, Mexican sunflower here. You can harvest these seeds. It just started blooming, and it too made it after all. Also planted late this year. Russian sage is kind of faded out, and I think next year I'm definitely going to be putting more of the blue Victoria Salvia in here, so I will have more of that blue color after the Russian sage fades. Yeah. But anyway, the mosquitoes are so bad. They're bad all the time, every year, but this has really been a bad year. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to keep in touch and follow me on my gardening journey, or see all the awesome, fun Halloween projects, decorating videos, all that good stuff, and even Christmas, please subscribe to my page. I would really appreciate that. I'm gonna have some awesome Halloween and Christmas content coming. So anyway, I would love to have you part of my gardening haunting family. So anyway, guys, have a great rest of your Sunday. Hope you guys have an awesome week. Take care.